Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video, we built 6 insanely overpowered farms. These farms take a lot of materials to make, which you'll see later on in the video, so if you enjoy my content, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. It would mean the world to me. And one last thing before we start, every build that I have here, besides my own, which there are a few, but I'll tell you those, every single build is in the description below. Also, there's going to be timestamps for every single build I do. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, first off, what happened to these guys? I had 2 here and 2 here. They both died. I don't even know how that's possible. So eventually we're going to have to upgrade this trader too, because I do not want these guys dying. That'd be terrible. And second, if I go into the ender chest, grab all of these shulker boxes, place them down, sleep. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. And now after I took everything out of the ender chest, these are all the farms. At least all the farms that require guides. I have 2 other farms that I'm just going to freehand when I get to them, but this is the checklist of farms that I'm going to make. The first farm will be an Enderman XP farm. The second farm will be an iron farm. The third farm will be a raid farm. The fourth farm will be cow and sheep farms. Those 2 are ones that I did not get extra stuff for because they're just pretty simple. The 5th farm is a carrot and potato farm that's fully automatic. And the 6th farm is a wheat farm that's fully automatic. In these shulker boxes are just 4 of the farms, and the farms that I have here are the Enderman farm, the raid farm, the iron farm, and the carrot and potato farm. Now that I've shown you all the stuff, we have to go and start making the farms. And like I listed, the first farm is actually the Enderman farm. And now that we're here in the end, we can start working on it. I'm going to do these farms a little differently. Some I'm going to use the replay mod, and some I'm going to just make a little montage out of it where I show my perspective. And then some, I may just walk you through it. But for the Enderman farm, I'm going to make it using replay mod. So now, without any further distractions, let's do this. And there we go. I don't actually have sweeping edge on my sword, so I'm gonna go get that enchantment really quick, and then we can really test this out to the max. But as you can see, they are 1 hit, so that is just amazing. It's really awesome, but without sweeping edge, it isn't as productive as it could be. So I'm gonna get sweeping edge, and then we can do this. And after 2 hours of grinding to get the book, I finally got the enchantment. Now to add it to the sword and wreak some havoc. Wow, that is insane. This farm is definitely very good. And like I said at the beginning of the video, figure out how to build this and visit the creator's video. Go to the link in the description and I'll have it listed. And there we go. I healed up all my tools and got to the level I wanted to with this farm. Now to move on to the next farm, the raid farm. Now if you didn't know this, to build a raid farm you actually have to have a pillager outpost readily available. And it took a while to find one, but I did find one. And it's not the closest, so I'm just going to go to it through the nether. And here's the portal that will lead me to the pillager outpost. Now it's in a pretty messy spot, but the good part about this is I don't really need to be on it. All I need is just to be able to come over here and get bad omen every once in a while. The actual farm is going to be right over here in this ocean. And as you can see, that's the outpost and the ocean is right over here. So it's convenient and available. This farm I'm going to build in replay mod as well, because I'm not as familiar with actually building it, but once we get to the wheat farm, the potato farm, and the carrot farm, I will show you how to build that in my POV. But yeah, without any further stalling, let's just get this out of the way. And replay mod actually failed, so this is what I've cleared out. I cleared out this little island, I cleared out this over here, and I cleared out this little island and this little island. This was necessary for the raid farm to be fully perfect, and now with that out of the way, we can finally start the raid farm. I should be finally done, except I'm not, because I have to put the villager down there on that bed, and I built the farm. It's completely done. It's just the villager I need, so I figured I could end the replay mod there. This part won't be too bad, but just as a little look over the build right here that I can show you, this thing is redstone complicated, at least to me, and it definitely took a little while to build. It actually took me an hour and 15 minutes to build. It may differ for someone else, maybe longer time or shorter time. It doesn't look like much, but yeah, it took an hour and 15. But like I said, all I need to do now is just transport one of these villagers all the way over to there. It shouldn't be terrible as long as I do it in segments. So yeah, pretty much I'm just building this dirt platform all the way over to here to where this bed is. There we go. I'm at the right height. Now I just need to get over there. And 3 stacks of dirt later, we can actually see the bed over there, at least where the bed is. I'm far enough out where I think I can actually start heading towards the bed now. And we are here. This is another 2 stacks later down the line, but we are here, and this is where the villager needs to be, sitting right there on top of the bed. That was really probably the most difficult part about this right now, and now we just need to transport the villager. And there we go. He's in there. Freaking out because I had to hit him to get in there. Now it's actually done. Okay, so apparently how you start this thing is you get up here to the platform, then you flick that, then you come up here, you mine that out, place it down again, and then flick that really fast, and then you come down here and hold yourself against this. It pushes you into the right place. It's looking good. Turn on your auto clicker. I mean, everything I think is going good. I think I should have fallen by now though.
A few moments later.
Okay, there we go. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm doing.
More moments later.
Okay, so from the first few that went down and died when that catastrophe happened, it actually dropped a few totems, so I have one on me now, but I think I fixed it, so now I just have to get Bad Omen once again, but it should work this time. Okay, now this should work. Hopefully it does. And hopefully no Vexes come through. Okay, now I just go like this. Once that piston pulls it back, pulls the redstone block back, that's when the trapdoor drops. So once that happens, this should work perfectly. It's on a hopper clock right now, that's why it's taking so long to do it. And there we go. Okay, looking promising. I started a raid, that's good. Going up. Okay, puts me in the thing. That's good. Hopefully no Vexes spawn. If they do, I'm just gonna have to jump down because I am not dying. That's good. This looks like it's working. Oh my god, that is amazing. I've put easily 3 hours of work into this thing, so to actually see it working is so awesome. And that's pretty much the raid, I guess. And then I get sent back down, and since I have Bad Omen again, I just do the raid over. Wow, this thing is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna let this run a few times, and then we'll see how many totems I get. It's ran through a few times, and I don't have the biggest storage for this thing yet, so I didn't want it to overflow, so that's why I stopped for right now. But as you can see, this thing is absolutely amazing. This is already probably more totems than I'll ever use in this world, but the emeralds are amazing too. Now that we've tested out this farm, it's on to our next farm, the iron farm. Probably one of the easiest I'm going to build today, so this is going to be a little refresher. Of course, I'm going to be taking all of these totems with me though. So like I said, the iron farm is probably the easiest one to build, or at least the most relaxing, because it isn't super complicated. But before we do that, I actually changed the texture of the totem, and I gotta say, it looks way better now. So now that that's done with, to build this farm, I actually want it in spawn chunks, so it's literally always running. So gotta make sure that my spawn point has been destroyed. Then I have to go to the end, and then I have to go through this portal right here. And there we go. So this is my spawn chunk. There we go. I just cleared out this little area, which is my spawn chunk, and built a border around it so I know where I can actually build. And now, let's start the build of the iron farm. Okay, so the iron farm is done. I tried to decorate it the best I could, and I think it looks decent. It's producing iron golems pretty well, and it already has 25 plus iron because this guy's about to die. And the best part about this entire farm is it's always going to be running since it's in a spawn chunk. Now for the final 3 farms. Wheat farm, carrot and potato farm, and cow and sheep farm. Now for these farms, I actually have something special planned. As you can see, I have a map in my inventory, and off camera, I went over and marked out an entire map space where it's going to be my farming district. You can't really put a iron farm or stuff like that over here because I want the iron farm to be in spawn chunks, and you can't really put any other farms because there's caves below. But this will work great for farms, like where you actually farm stuff. I need to clear this entire map out to make it all level. Then, once it's all level, have to go over it all with dirt and carpet like this with glowstone underneath, so the entire thing is mob proof. Will this be a humongous project? Yes. Is this video crammed packed full of random things? Yes. Are you going to subscribe? Hopefully yes. So let's get started. First off, I need to find the level that I want it to be at. This Y level seems just fine. Now I just need to clear all this out. I'm glad that I'm doing this because I'm going to get a lot of sand in return, which is nice because you can use sand for many things like glass and TNT. And just with this little tiny amount, my inventory is pretty much full. I'm just barely collecting the rest right here. So I gotta get some chests and bring them over here. The good part about this is it isn't really far away from my base. As you can see, right there is the farming district, and over here is where my temporary base is. I also just remembered, before I get too far in mining all this sand out, I actually wanted to clone this map so we can see the difference at the end. So let's do that right now. That is locked, and nothing can ever change about it. Place it right there. I'll just place the chests up here for now. And that should be good, I think. I honestly have no clue, but that should be good. Okay, back to mining. I want to create a nice border around this, and a netherrack is just not going to cut it. I want it to be a nice light blue concrete, and I'm actually going to use the concrete form, so I might as well just turn it into that right now. I think I'm going to like this lighter blue a little bit better, but might as well check. And this is what it looks like on the map. And honestly, I don't know. And yeah, I'm going to use the lighter one, because not only does it look slightly better in my opinion on the map, it also looks better right here. And I mean, I'm not going to be looking at the map the most often. I'm going to be looking at it in game. So light blue it is. Time to place it down. Okay, that amount of concrete did a little bit over one side of the map, which isn't terrible. So now I think I'm just gonna get back to mining for now. Yes. Yes. Okay, I placed down all of the concrete, and as you can see on the map, it's super close to finishing. It's just that little top piece. Okay, it's the 2-hour checkup. Been doing this about 2 hours now, and as you can see on the map, I've made a good amount of progress, and you can actually see it in the game too. I've almost got, I'd say, half the map done. I've just got this section right here, and I'd say half the map is done. And this dirt right here is actually the correct level, so I do not have to mess with any of this. But for the 2-hour checkup, not looking too bad. I'm still feeling fresh, so, but yeah, 2-hour checkup is now done. Let's get back to this. Oh no! I can't believe I broke a netherite tool. Okay, I got my shovel back. I mean, it's not the same one, obviously, because I broke my other one because how dumb I was. But I am definitely not letting that happen ever again. And if you're wondering what this many blocks look like, this is how far I am on the map. I have this little section right here, and then I only have like a fourth of the map left to mine up, which is over there out. But yeah, as you can see, that's how much I got left. Oh my god, are you kidding me? And this is it right here. 3.5 hours of mining. And I'm done. Thank God. Next, before we can actually fill in all of this with grass blocks, I need to go around and light up the caves. I mean, I technically don't have to, but I want to. And for those who are wondering how many blocks it took, I already showed you that all those are full, and it took up 2 more double chests and a little over half of another one. Okay, so I tried to light up the caves the best I possibly could, but honestly, I just can't be bothered. So let's just fill this thing in with dirt. And we are done. That took insanely long, and I mean done with placing dirt. I'm definitely not done with this because, as I showed you with the example up here, I need glowstone and carpet on top. So I'm gonna be honest, I've considered just stopping this project here and finishing it another episode, but I've already spent 6 hours, probably close to 7 now, mining this entire thing out, placing the dirt. I might as well just finish it. There's easily 10 hours at least into this video. I'm not sure the exact amount, but with all the hours spent, I might as well do a good job. So let's get this done. Also, side note to that, if you like the video, please subscribe. And after 2 hours of shearing sheep, and collecting cactus to make green dye, I finally have all the carpet that I need. This should bring the project total up to about 9 hours, which is insane. So like and subscribe, because this is just crazy, because this isn't even like the main part of the video. It wasn't supposed to be this. It was about farms. I just thought I could do this in like maybe 4 hours at most. No, I was way wrong. Anyways, let's place the carpet. Now that we are finally done with our area, we can actually start building some farms. Now, I didn't write this down on the list, but the first thing I actually want to make is a little villager breeder, an automatic one, because the farms over here are going to be using villagers, at least most of them. And just to save me a little bit of time, I'm going to do the rest of the farms in a time lapse. I'll still be talking in between them and explaining things, but it just makes it easier, and I've already spent so much time on today's video that I just want to get this out. So like I said, we're going to build the villager breeder first, and let's get it done. Okay. The villager breeder is done, and it actually works quite well. And I do need villagers for the farms I'm going to be making like right now, so you'll actually get to see it work in action. But this guy collects the carrots. She never moves. I don't know which one's the he or she, but that one never moves. I don't know why, if that's part of the farm or what, but she just never moves. And then they breed, and the baby, being an absolute idiot, comes over here to jump on the bed and runs right into this water, then goes down into here. Also, don't ask me how he got stuck down in there. I don't know. But once they grow up, it pushes them over to here into this corner where a minecart picks them up. And also, this is just for the minecarts. When I'm done with them, I can just put them back in the chest and I'll put it down into the system. So watch this. Oh wait, you'll actually get to see the baby go in too. Perfect timing. Oh my god, did I miss the baby falling in? Yes, I missed the baby falling in. Now you can actually see the farm work, because I need to get one of them out for the farm that we're building, which is now the carrot farm. But yeah, anyways, you press this button and he comes out like that. It's magic. I don't even know how, like, he can go through regular blocks, but he just can. He's magic. And I'm actually going to build this farm on literally the opposite side of this thing, so he has a little ways to go, but it's not terrible because we have minecarts. There we go. I got the villagers out of the way. Now I'm just going to set up an outline of how big the farm will be. Okay, and that right there is the outline of one farm, and we're building 4 of these. 2 carrots and 2 potatoes, each one requiring 3 villagers. So I might as well get started. Okay, so I finished it up and I added a roof to it, as you can see. I also decorated the floor in here and made sure there's tons of room for the carrots and potatoes to collect. Now that this farm is officially done, it's time to do the wheat farm. Okay, and we finished with the wheat farm. Now, it's actually going to take a while for these guys to actually be producing me wheat. Villagers are weird. They actually have an inventory, and they can hold 8 stacks of things. And the way this crop farm works, or wheat farm, is they have to have their inventories full before they actually start dropping items, like the minecarts underneath start picking up the items. And the reason why we had to build this differently than the carrot and potato farms, which are exactly the same, is because carrots and potatoes, what they drop is actually what you can plant back. There's only one item, but with wheat, it drops seeds and the wheat. So it was a little bit more complicated to understand maybe, but not to build. And if we look at the map, it's actually the exact same size as the other squares, which is pretty satisfying. And don't worry, we're going to be making them look better in future episodes. But now, let's move on. The cow and sheep pit / farm. And I'm warning you, not a lot of effort's going to go into this. By the way, I actually had to shut this thing off with this sticky piston because look how many villagers are in here. I'm not going to need this many villagers for a little while at least. And there's still 3 babies that are going to grow up to go into here. So farm well done. Also, one last thing before we build the cow and sheep pit is this pig. This pig has been here pretty much the entire time when I've been building these farms. At least since I've noticed, which has been a good probably 5 hours. I mean, and that's pretty crazy. Like, he hasn't despawned or anything. So, I now name you Technoblade. Let's build this cow and sheep pit. And here's the farm so far. Like I said, minimal effort is going to be going into this episode because of how long this episode has actually taken me to make. I'm not sure how long exactly at the moment, but I'll put up on the screen right now the number of hours it has taken me, and the editing process is probably going to add at least another 5 hours onto it. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. It'd mean the world to me. But without further ado, I think I'm going to end the video now. Goodbye.